February 14th, 2023. You guessed it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Well, guys, how many days a week now do we hear? I've got insider information. I've got a contact here. I've got a contact there. This is going to happen. This is happening. Guys, I've told you before, somebody high enough up to know the plans of the United States government is not going to leak it out to a YouTuber. It's just not going to happen. Sorry to bust your bubble. I've got friends in the military, and I've asked them, what's going on? Are y'all? And they're like, business as usual. They're not seeing anything much different, except for they're doing a little few more drills than they normally do. But as far as them having information that, hey, this is going to happen, they don't know nothing. And even if they did, they couldn't tell me. That's how that works. I've got a friend that's a full bird colonel, and he's like, we're not seeing nothing major going on. But do I get on here and tell y'all that? No, I don't, because he couldn't tell me even if they was. That's the way this stuff works, So guys, take it with a grain of salt. Now, people in the military, they may start seeing things different than what they used to. Yes. Could they warn you if you've got a buddy that's in the military? Yeah. But here's the kick. They don't know months in advance what they're doing. They don't. I'm not talking about the higher ups. I'm talking about just the average enlisted man. He don't know. He don't know what he's doing next week or the week after until he's told what he's doing. The DEFCON 2 stuff, I've told you. Could we be in DEFCON 2? Yeah, we could. We could have went into it, but just to kind of cover shooting all these things down in the air that we're shooting down right now, which, no pictures, no video. Starting to wonder exactly if we're actually shooting stuff down, or is it to make our president look tough because how far he let the other balloon go before shooting it down. Now, with all that said, you still need to be preparing because you have common sense. Your brain is working. If you're looking around and you're saying things just don't seem right, things are starting to speed up and go downhill. We're having a lot more of this happen, that happen. Your gut feelings. Everybody knows a gut feeling. Usually you always trust your gut and you're right. When it comes to this type of stuff, you need to look at it and be like, all right, I need to start making sure my preps are in order. If I go anywhere, I need to make sure I've got my bug out bag, because believe it or not, a lot of people quit taking their bug out bags with them. They're like, well, nothing's going to happen. You need to make sure it's in your vehicle, things like that. Water purification system in your car, something as simple as a Sawyer mini filter. Y'all know that's what I prefer to use in my bags. Just keep a bag handy, especially in your vehicle if you go somewhere. Protection, keep that handy. Keep a little food in it in case you do have to walk home. Now, can I sit here and tell you that a war is going to start tomorrow? No, but I've told you that I believe before the end of this year we will firmly be physically active in this war. Physically. We're sending too much stuff over there. We got our chess pieces lined up. We're not going to send them over not to play the game, guys. But as far as the insider information, yes, I do agree. Some people may call you and say, hey, this might go on, this may go on, but they can't give you exact details. If they did, their security clearance would just be shot, right? You know how so many people's upset over Hunter Biden's laptop? Now imagine with these YouTubers that keep saying, I've got insider information, I've got this person emailing me, that person emailing me. If the government come in and said, hey, give me your laptop, I want to see it. Think about that. If that was really going on from a high up in the military, there's a chain of command. I'm not going to go into it. Most of you know the chain of command. Now, like I said, you still need to pay attention to it. Don't take it somebody saying it's going to happen right now, this date. Take it with a grain of salt. Use common sense. Take a deep breath. Don't panic. Don't get scared. Make sure your preps are in order. Make sure you always got your bug out bag with you, or your get home bag, whatever you want to call it. Make sure it's with you because we're coming up into spring. A lot of kids are playing sports in the springs. You got baseball, soccer, things like that. Make sure you have your bag with you when you go to these events. Make sure you have a way to get home if your car tears up, that you know how to get home. Hey, if I got to walk because this happened and the cars ain't working, how do I get home from here? Just make plans. That's what prepping is you're preparing for something in the future. It doesn't mean it's going to be today. It doesn't mean it's going to be tomorrow. I've told you hundreds of times, SHTF event does not have to be a major global event. It could be something that just happens to you personally. But guys, with everything that's going on, I do recommend to kind of pick up your prepping a little bit. Start putting some stuff away, checking your preps, making sure your preps are in order. If you got holes in your preps, start filling them. Anytime you go anywhere, make sure you've got your get home or bug out bag with you. It's just, where we're living now in the world, because all this stuff going on all over the world eventually is going to come to a head. We're in the Great Reset right now, and some people don't notice it. We are in World War III right now. It's just not the traditional World War III. It's not, it's not the shock and awe bombing and everything else. It's cyber warfare. It's all kinds of stuff. It's misinformation. All this stuff, guys. You have a brain in your head, and most of you has the feeling in your gut, hey, something's not right. Go with that. I'm gonna tell you right now, the channels on here, I don't much believe they would tell you it's time to bug out, even if it was time, because they don't want to be accused of instilling fear. That's a gut feeling, a what's going on in your area type situation. You're going to have to make that decision for yourself. Most channels wouldn't come on here and tell you it's time to bug out. I firmly believe if, let's say, a major city was hit with a nuclear bomb tomorrow, a lot of channels would come on here and not tell you it's time to bug out. They would be like, well, that happened there. You need to keep abreast of the situation, but just keep prepping, right? That's a decision you're going to have to make. Look how quickly we forget what New York and New Jersey did last year. Last year. They started doing TV commercials about nuclear attacks, right? People forgot about that. If you notice, they do stuff like that. Think back to the pandemic. We were warned before the pandemic happened, and people didn't pay attention to it until the pandemic happened. They're like, wait a minute, about a year or two ago they talked about this, right? They know what's coming. The government knows what's coming before we do. They know the plans before we know them. So guys, yes, something is going on. What is it? I can't tell you. I don't know. I've asked people in the military, what's going on, and what I'm hearing from them is, business as usual. We're not on high alert or anything like that. But that doesn't mean a certain base or a certain group of soldiers, a certain squad, are not on high alert. Who knows? But all I can guarantee you is something big is coming. Something huge is coming, and we all feel it and we all know it, and that's what we're preparing for. We don't want to be the people that have to run out here and go to the store when something does happen. Also, if you live in the Washington, D.C. area today, do not freak out when you start seeing low-flying helicopters and military. They are doing a drill today. They've talked about it for a while. Why are they doing the drill now? I don't know. Why are they doing all these drills in major cities at night? Don't know. Kind of strange, isn't it? It's like they're expecting something. Use your common sense and make a plan. But don't freak out if you start hearing tonight that from YouTube channels that there's military activity in Washington, D.C. It was planned. We've known about it for a while. Stay safe, get prepped up. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Like or dislike this video, comment on it. You think I'm just crazy saying that these YouTubers don't have insider information, or the person I talk to just don't know? I mean, what's going on, right? Let me know your thoughts on this. Stay safe, get prepped up. Always be aware of your surroundings and protect yourself at all times. You're not safe anywhere in the world anymore. You protect yourself and your family at all times. Guys, stay safe, get prepped up, and hit that subscribe button.